Hello for the third Sunday of Advent. Used to be called Gaudete Sunday. Rejoice, joy. But anyway, I have used the first reading Isaiah 61, 1 to 2, and verses 10 to 11. Then the Gospel of John 1, 6 to 8, and 19 to 28. And it talks about, in the first reading at least, the Spirit of God is upon me, from Isaiah. Lived 739 years before Christ. He was born 739 years before Christ. And he was sent to bring glad tidings. God sends John the Baptist to bring the light. He sends Jesus to begin everything anew. And that's true. Glad tidings, light, all things new, joy to the world. The Lord is here. Well, the question is the Spirit of God upon you, or is the Spirit of God upon me? Or is life something terribly different? The Spirit of God. The responsorial psalm, my soul rejoices in my God. Do I really rejoice in my God? Do you really rejoice in your God? Well, what does that mean, or how can I, or how does it work? If I'd put it into one word, I would put it into humility. To be humble. In other words, are you like God, or do you have the Spirit of God? If you are a humble person, I think there's a good chance you'll have joy to the world. The Lord is here. John the Baptist, I think, is the epitome of humility. People loved him and wanted to go out and see and listen to him, so much so that they thought he was the Messiah. No, I am not the Messiah. Well, way back in Elijah the prophet was even before Isaiah. He was born 1850, 850 years before Christ. And so the people say, are you Elijah? You know, in the scriptures, it sort of says that when the Messiah comes, he's going to come back from the heavens, sort of in the way that he was taken into the heavens with a fiery chariot. No, I am not Elijah. Are you John? Are you the prophet? Well, they thought the prophet was Isaiah. But there's only one the prophet. That's God himself, Jesus Christ, the human God. He's the only the prophet. Everybody else is a prophet, including you, and including me in our little tiny way. So in John's humility, he says, I'm not any of those things. He quotes a prophet, the prophet Isaiah. I am the voice of one crying out in the desert, make straight the way of the Lord. He says, that's my job, to announce the Lord's coming. Joy to the world, the Lord is here, we sing much later. So great humility. What's that mean? Humility, I say, is truth. Humility is what you really are deep down within. What's that? You are created individually in the image and like God, deep down and within. So the more I become like the way God created me, the humbler I will be. Um, I like the analogy of 50 years ago or whatever, uh, more, Thomas Merton. Thomas Merton, he compared us to an onion. Well, I've been called worse. He compared us to an onion. That if you take that onion and peel it, all those really fine skins off, you will get down to the sweet core of an onion, which is delicious, tender, and tasty, and good. All those little thin level peels on the onion is our false image, not our true self. And by golly, we have a lot of false images and concepts of ourselves. I'm better than you. Often not forgiving. Selfish. Greed. Pride, son of a gun. Impatient and often unjustifiably angry and even violent. All these false peels on an onion. If you are going to have the Spirit of God, you're going to have and be primarily the inside, which is God's creation, created by love and by love, created to love and for love. And the closer we get to the inside, the core of the onion, the closer we get to the inside of what I really am, created in the image and likeness of God, the more joyful we'll be. The Spirit of the Lord can be upon me. Joy can be in the world, and joy can be in me. That's what this whole season is all about. Peace, joy, love. And we celebrate that what has happened in the past. We try to celebrate it in the future. And we try to live it in the present. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. Let us rejoice. Have a good day.